at the head of the table where the boss is sitting, stunning everything in sight. Whether it's in the bloodline or corporate, walk me out there, laid a big smile, little handcuffed by officers. Hold on, wait, I think they lost the script. We got some shooters. Pow. It's off the hip. Yeah. Oh, chilling at the head of the table where the boss is sitting, stunning everything in sight. Whether it's in the bloodline or corporate, walk me out there, laid a big smile, little handcuffed by officers. Hold on, wait, I think they lost the script. We got some shooters. Pow. It's off the hip. Yeah. Chilling at the head of the table where the boss is sitting, stunning everything in sight. Whether it's in the bloodline or corporate, walk me out the arena, big smile, handcuffed by officers.
Hold on, wait.
I think they lost the script. We got some shooters.
That's right.
It's off the hip. Off the hip.
Chat, welcome on in.
Chilling at the head of the table where the boss is sitting, stunning everything in sight. Whether it's in the
We're about to start in a second right here, just waiting for everybody to pour on in.
handcuffed by officers. Hold on, wait, I think they lost the script. We got some shooters.
Pow.
It's off the hip. We got some shooters. Pow. It's off the hip.
Chat, welcome in. Today is August 4th, 2025. Today is your edition of Off the Hip, Monday Night Raw after SummerSlam edition. Chat, I gotta ask you guys, how y'all feeling out there? I got Joe Buttons right here on the screen. It's one of the celebrities they had in attendance. And I'm not trying to be too harsh here, but I felt like this is one of the more fun moments of the night right here, seeing Joe Budden, and I got a laugh, I got a kick out of it. Got to see JB on the screen, as well as many other celebrities in attendance tonight. Let's talk about it, chat. How we feeling? I need some feedback on what's going on for tonight in terms of it being the Raw after SummerSlam. Now, I know my brother Streets and I were having this conversation earlier today on the group chat, and he was saying how he thinks SummerSlam was better than WrestleMania. He showed that some of the community shared that sentiment as well. I even think that the way that the storylines played out and without a cloud surrounding it, think it was delivered well. There were things going into WrestleMania that were like not favorable. If you want me to give an example, I would just say Jey Uso was one of them. And it's not on him. It was just the fact that he won the Royal Rumble, and some folks didn't seem to be happy with that decision of him main eventing WrestleMania, us going home, closing the show with Gunther and Jay. There were the things with the final boss, Travis Scott's involvement, dating back to the chamber with John Cena, that I think folks had a cloud around that WrestleMania match with Cena and Cody. And then also layer in the fact that you got Travis Scott coming to interfere in that match at Mania as well. Kind of like threw things left, and what we saw as SummerSlam felt more like what we should have saw at Mania, if that makes sense. Cody and Cena, this is how it should have went at Mania. And then moving on to my point of, he was saying SummerSlam should be like, or it should be presented at this point, or not that it should be, but more that we may be entering a phase where SummerSlam can be the biggest show than WrestleMania. So with that being said, even the commentators tonight, oh, this is the Raw after SummerSlam. I could hear myself listening to the broadcast tonight and hearing Adam Pearce saying a few times, the hell with normal. not doing normal. And tonight to me felt like a very normal night. Not gonna lie. Um, as predicted, we get Seth Rollins opening up the show. So to me, I felt like okay, that's how you should open up the show. The World Heavyweight Champion. You know what I'm saying? We just seen him hoisting the championship over the weekend in a shocking moment. This moment right here, you know? So I felt like, okay, cool. We could open up with Seth, Paul Heyman. But what I didn't enjoy about that opening segment specifically, to be honest, was and this is a very rare situation, I'm gonna be honest. I would like to have heard from Seth Rollins directly and first. Now, Paul Heyman didn't change, in my opinion, what Seth was gonna say or did end up saying, but the whole ladies and gentlemen, my name, okay, that was cool. And then you led into the winner, Roman Reigns. Then you explained he's not the champion. You explain how the best in the world is not the champion. And he's taking these shots. And at this point, I'm like, all right, cool. Like, you know, Paul Heyman is going to call them out, which then to me, it quite didn't make sense a little bit. Like, it does make sense and it doesn't. Because I'm not seeing what's the plan here. Like, there's moments where it seems like Seth kind of doesn't. I mean, he's not gonna back down from the smoke with Roman, but it doesn't seem like that's the goal. The goal is to win championships. So now that he got a championship, why call out Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman? So is it because he's not truly over leaving them? And then I'm just like, I'm not saying they had a bad match. They had a great match, the triple threat at WrestleMania. But we seen it. There was no championship on the line. There was Paul Heyman on the line. I feel like we're gearing to a scenario where we may see Roman, Punk, and Rollins again, this time with the championship on the line. Now, part of me feels like I'm okay with it. I'm gonna be honest. Part of me feels like I I don't mind seeing the to me my favorite top three right there going at it. But the problem is, I feel like they're all in like this. I'm talking about Seth and Punk, Seth and Roman, and at times maybe even Punk and Roman, where like they undoubtedly just hate each other. And I'm okay with that, but it's like I'm not trying to see this carousel so soon. What's the word, Razor?
Nothing much, nothing much. I see you updated the setup once again.
Yes,
Or
sir.
just the lighting?
Just a lighting, just a little brighter in here.
Well,
Not trying to see like I'm telling the folks here like I was happy with seeing Roman tonight. I always am happy to see him, but this is the chance to like do something different, right? It's either you could have went with the Roman and Seth that we've been waiting for, because honestly, I don't want to see Seth and Punk 1-on-1. Y'all burnt that out a few times for me, and having the championship,
it's still too soon for that.
yeah.
Now, if we want to reassess that at WrestleMania, different story.
And that's like those are where they have to culminate at, right? Because like you said, we seen Seth and Punk at a Raw twice, the debut Netflix, then the
Hmm.
steel cage. So it's like y'all have fire matches on Raw like too soon for me. Then we got the triple threat for them just at Mania. So I'm looking at it like, damn, we're gonna go back to back Manias with triple threat matches between them. It's very possible.
Look at the bright side. No more favors. For now.
For now. But it's just still like I don't want to see these situations where like, okay, we're gonna just keep peeling back to what we deem works for us because this is what works, but you're gonna make it stale doing that, in my opinion. If you keep going to the
Yeah.
Roman, Punk, and Seth, you're gonna make folks fucking just hate that, like all three of them next to each other at some point.
I will admit this did feel anticlimactic.
Bro, this is Brooklyn. We in New York.
They were doing
And
so well.
the end sound is so flat to me right there at the end, where it's like, okay, at the end of the match, Seth Rollins won, but actually, LA Knight, I would say like LA
Oh,
Knight
that's
got
technically
screwed.
one.
Yeah, LA Knight got screwed because Seth wins by DQ.
DQ. My bad, fellas. I know I'm late. I had some shit I
No,
was
you
You're
doing.
good.
good.
I just got it myself. He's talking without us this time.
Yeah, we about getting things going and rolling, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Seth, he wins by DQ. So the crowd is not even cheering. They not booing. They're just like, okay, well that happened.
But again, since they went to Netflix, what's one thing that I've been paying attention to out of them?
What the end times and the timestamp on the screen?
Yes, yes, because all this funny ha stuff started right at the 7:30 mark. So they are essentially training us fans that hey, if you know so it's going to go on a little long, expect something to happen. Just because the clock strikes zero, we ain't done yet.
And then when that something happens, which was Roman coming out, clearing house momentarily, and then getting laid out. Me and my wifey's first immediate thoughts were, where the hell's Jay?
There was some heavy chance for the Heat man, I will admit.
What was the point of having Roman go out there and get smoked by him? Why? I get why, but why? Like, it just don't make sense. Like, yes, he wants to come back and ruin Seth Rollins and remind him, like, oh yeah, now I'm here.
No, I'm here. I'm the next.
It's
Yeah.
a favor to the family. We still owe the favors, maybe.
Yep. But to your point yesterday, Streets, what you were saying with Jacob Fatu, Roman just don't got the numbers right now. And it's gonna cause CM Punk to work with him once again. I feel like inadvertently, I said this
I
the
hope
other
not.
day.
Yeah.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I'm telling you.
They got
Like,
the same common enemies right now, Seth and Paul
telling you.
Heyman.
Look, as fans that have been in it for a long time, we can already see the landscape. We can see where they're headed. You know what I mean? And it's like I said,
We can read the hieroglyphics on the wall now.
yes. For me, it's like it's numbers don't lie. I don't care. Like you said, if Jimmy came out and now all of a sudden he could hold his own against three, nah. But that's not gonna. Even if that was like one fluke, it's not gonna happen every time. Even with Jacob's help, y'all not gonna be able to. The number game is always gonna get you. You feel me? And even then, like you gotta figure once the whole MFT's there, they still got more numbers, even if they add Roman. So they gotta either do one or two things: either bring in somebody new, Zilla Fatu. I like that. Let's coin that. Bring in someone new.
Keep trying that rhyme, H. He most definitely had that written down before we went on.
Organic. That's organic.
That was too smooth.
That's on the planet, baby.
So to your point, Street,
Or you got to team up with somebody like they did last year, and they had to go get CM Punk to make them
Zilla was
a
available
complete
last
team.
year.
Yep.
Zilla was available
Yep.
last year.
That he was.
And they still opted to go to CM Punk route.
And now I don't trust nothing WWE's doing. Y'all, CM Punk then broke his kneecaps off. Now he's back. Brock Lesnar, we've been saying, oh no, he's in this, he ain't gonna be able to come. You hear the
Can,
beast
can, can,
music?
can we touch on that real quick?
Come on,
As far
man.
as all the crybabies,
Zilla's there, nigga. The whole man. Their grandkids is there. As far as I'm concerned, they in the training facilities right now. Why do you think he brought his son? Why do you think Jey Uso brought his son? It wasn't by coincidence.
Right.
He's showing y'all like, look, here's a glimpse of the future.
well, what did Roman say a couple weeks ago? Yeah, I was gone. I'm training. I'm the next generation of the bloodline.
Come on, man. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't think, like, that Journey's probably right there. You know what I'm saying? Zilla's right there. They got people, but I think that before they just want to unload it and then let the story unfold, they still want to get some of those, get you backed into a corner. Like, what are you gonna do? There's nothing that you're gonna do because you're outnumbered. And out of nowhere, oh, this surprising moment happens. That's how WWE's been setting it up. You know, they do camera angles. They purposely did it like that so we didn't see him, Tawatunga coming over the barricade to grab Jacob Fatu and pull him. So. Again, the number game is going to play a big factor, I think.
I just don't be understanding, like, we could look at the opening of tonight, right? Seth Rollins in the ring cuts his promo. There's no one that's the perfect line in wrestling. There's no one that can stop me.
No one.
You think you're about to hear that.
Wait, real quick. At the end, when he was holding the belt, he was like, I'm the champ now. This is my show. Did you hear him say that to the Pierce, bro? He's like, yeah, he was in his face. He's like, this is my show. I run this. I was like, oh, he's embodying the character. I'm loving that. He's taking on that, that ultra heel, egotistical maniac, like, and now I'm a champion, like, you know what I mean? It's perfect. And then, like, I tell you, yesterday I was like, look, if she don't lose that belt, they're gonna push that whole power couple thing. And boy, did she come with some lines today? But yeah, I'm gonna save that for.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. We are gonna get to that. Yeah. That was my favorite part of the show. I'm gonna be honest.
And I think everybody, that was where everybody stood up like, "Oh, hey now."
That was my favorite part of the show.
Give it up for Joey B, man.
That's my favorite part of the show, right there.
Button at the door.
No. Fuck that. Look at Homo in the back guarding the Ashton with his life.
Oh yeah.
He's guarding that. He's ready to die for that mug.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what y'all caught me on camera? No, y'all not here about to tuck that thing. Like, no, y'all didn't.
Mm-mm.
Man.
No, sir.
LA Knight music hits, and I'm sitting there like, bro, don't get me wrong.
Brother.
I love LA Knight's promos. Some of his in-ring shit, I'll be like, wow, that surprised me. But it be the wrong moment and the wrong time when they choose to want to use him. Like, the way they use him and book him, it easily pisses me off. Because they put him in a spot to kind of fail. Like, even tonight, bro, he's standing there at the end of the match. CM Punk done interfered. He's trying to tell CM Punk, yo, what do you do? CM Punk just flew out the ring to go get Seth. Like, you don't matter.
Rushed him out like it was a chump.
Yeah, like you don't matter, dog.
So next week we better have LA Knight snuff Punk in the alley or something, or whatever. This your look back.
And don't get me wrong, Street, you was in the chat with me when that promo happened. The first thing I said was, look, man, LA Knight said all the right things, bro.
Yeah.
In that promo, he said all the right things.
He did.
Besides the little slip at the end, the whole promo was clean. You know what I'm saying? But
he didn't slip. He planned it that way.
Man, no, Razor say he don't be nice. Look at the hypocrisy, Streets. Razor say he don't be nice, and here he go giving passes. You know, but anyway.
A pass. Yeah. I'm just.
Call it how you see it, man. And shit was
I am identifying the fact that once again, you can line things up perfectly for him. You got the bumpers on at the bowling alley, and he still finds a way to hit a gutter ball in the end.
Man, bro, good promo, just bad time for him, bro. Like,
but here's the thing. The thing that's fascinating. There's never been the right time, no matter how many times people have clamored for it. Never, even at his peak, when the crowd was going insane. Speaking of that crowd, aside from the LNI, he kind of got some crickets. Barclays, that's a very honest crowd.
I don't know if it's because it was New York, but one thing that was selling to me in their match was that whenever
He's
he
from right down the block in Maryland.
whenever he was getting those close pinfalls, the crowd is chanting one, two. They ready to see Seth lose again.
I
Was
think
it
it was
LA
more
Knight?
again. There may be a small group of that, but for the most part, it's one again. It's the Raw for Rumble. It's Barclays. It's no secret that a lot of the wild shit usually happens in those neck of the woods. It's again a WWE's backyard, so they're preconditioned to already think about like this is cool and all, but again, get out of the real shit. We want to. They didn't get live until Punk came out and snuck stuff. It was a pretty tame crowd. You,
So we always say these storylines, especially the ones like a Seth and Roman, it don't need the championship. The shit is already hot. So
it's fair.
does this need the championship? Like I felt like if they wanted Seth to lose tonight, they could have probably put somebody else in front of him other than LA Knight, but they
Yeah,
chose to put LA Knight.
yeah.
Why are we doing this carousel in August right now with them?
Carousel's the
And,
right
and,
word. Carousel's the right word.
and again, based on the storyline continuity, it would have made more sense for just to jump him and then just be like, "Okay, I want you," and then you have just Pierce on whatever. Maybe we get it in Paris, maybe the following week. But again, you reestablish the foundation to see if there's only legs there. Instead, again, y'all gonna hate me. I'm gonna say it anyways. They pulled the Tony Khan move.
And then I think this
I
is the
said it.
Survivor, bro. They doing it, and this is Survivor Series work right here in my eyes. I feel like this is gonna be all drawn out to Survivor Series, War Games. We gonna see.
So we got 3 months.
I hope not. I hope I'm so wrong on that, but it just giving me unless it's gonna be some 3-on-3 Saturday night main event business.
Fuck no. Either you have two options: either run this back in Paris and then call it a day, or if you have any type of faith, LA Knight, give him Punk in Paris. Let build him up again. Let's see if there's any desire for him to be in this role instead of just because we ain't used him in a few months. I hate when they do this carousel bullshit because again, it does nothing for nobody. If anything, it sets them backwards a few steps. Look at prime example, Sheamus and Rusev.
it kind of it gives that vibe. Like, what are we fighting for again? Like, there's just so many different. What are we fighting for again? It'd be like, oh well,
Because you hurt my feelings.
right. Seth hit me with the chair, but you hit him with the chair back at WrestleMania. Oh no, but it cost me the tight. Like, it's so many little lingering. Like, bro, can I don't want the finale. Like, y'all should always have that Stone Cold Rock. Oh yeah, we could always compete kind of vibe. But this too soon,
I don't know
man.
if you guys caught it, but Seth kind of got me at the very end, just before he was going to set up that curb stomp, when he told LA Knight, "Remember, you wanted to hurt me. You wanted to take me out."
Yeah. You wanted to take me out. You want to hurt me right before he was about to give him.
Yeah. So again, that's kind of a babyface move on Seth, if you think about it. Because even LA Knight, when we thought the injury was legit, he said, "I'm sorry, I wasn't one to hurt you." That's a heel line. So LA Knight, you got the karma.
And then where they take me a step back is like, is Seth Rollins supposed to be loved or not? Because then he does actions like curb stomping Roman when he's basically not expecting it, and that's twice he did that to him, snaked him. You know what I'm
I
saying? He
wish
ran
that
out
I
the
wish
ring.
they had I wish they had a better camera angle than that. This one was good, but I feel like there was a much better money shot.
Yeah.
I seen the leg fly in. I was like, oh
Yeah,
shit. I was like, damn,
and then if that was the case, Stu could be doing a little more, so we don't see the foot at all until it just touches the back of Roman's head.
Yeah, type shit.
okay, so let me ask y'all before we get to the whole main event feel. The first 15 minutes of the show, the promo, LA Knight coming out, it's announced that they're gonna be in the main event because Adam Pearce came out like, oh yeah, well, Seth, you lied to my medical team, and we've never had things like this done before. Which Adam Pearce was cooking me. Like I fuck with what he trying to do, but he was cooking me there tonight.
Today is not normal.
It's not normal. That's like his
How
line.
many times did he say that tonight?
But I ain't gonna lie, he gassed me up so much, streets. Or I kept hearing that tonight's not normal. Well, the hell with normal. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking something crazy gonna happen. Like,
I loved Wade Barrett's line about that when Cole was joking. And he says, "Oh, he hit the Irish coffee early."
man, did this feel like a Raw after SummerSlam vibe to y'all in the first 15 minutes of the show? Because I'm trying to piggyback on what Streets was saying about SummerSlam having that WrestleMania feel. It could potentially be bigger
Well,
than WrestleMania. And
after this segment, I will say they definitely amplified the energy.
Yeah. I felt like they went up with it instead of.
Yeah, so like the first 15, 20 minutes, they just put the key ignition, the motor's just warming up. After that first commercial segment, it's like, all right, floor it. And they were keeping a pretty steady momentum on that for the rest of the show, which surprised me because usually there's points where it goes like this. To me, it felt like they was steadily doing this.
Yeah, like they're still trying to, you know what I'm saying, keep it going because they still got a lot of energy.
This felt like a Raw after Mania from about a few years ago.
And that's what I said. I said it feels like they're trying to make this like, you know, a baby WrestleMania or something bigger than it. And the Monday night after it being lit, like how they just brought Roman back at the very end, got that pop. You know,
back and forth with Nikki and Becky.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They had a couple of little cool segments that really, you know, kept it. It wasn't like they kind of brought the energy down. You know what I mean? They tried to keep it up, like what Razor was saying, and even going out, you know, bringing CM Punk back in. Oh, it's Punk. Now you're thinking.
They made Natty feel some type of important.
Yeah. And then I even said, hey, look, you know, now it's a 3-way. Well, who knows? Maybe now it's a 4-way. Now you got all these different storylines because you're adding all these factors. Well, CM Punk's there. He did technically screw, you know, your boy LA Knight out of winning. You know what I'm saying right here. So now they at it. Is Seth gonna be in a 3-way now because of whatever he's trying to get away? And you see Roman coming out. Is Roman gonna get involved? They're gonna team him up. Is it gonna be? You know, there's a whole bunch of stuff that got us thinking and talking and giving us content to do what we do. So thank you, WWE.
I got another card. I got another spoke that I remember this from Streets. Is Jay really on Roman's side?
Maybe.
Or is only when he feels obligated because his cousin's getting jumped?
I feel like as long as they making money off the Yeet, they're probably gonna keep it that way.
But again, I'm talking about as far as storyline continuity. What are we supposed to think of this? Because it's always been just I gotta watch it back once again. Yeah, they dropped up the SummerSlam, but again, what's the real story? We shall see. That may be a little hidden chapter down the road.
And this is a different Jey Uso. This is a champion who, you know, Jey Uso, who's held the belt. So things seem, you know, a little different since Roman been around.
Is he finally the OTC's equal? We shall see.
No, he's not. We know it. We ain't even gonna tease that. But we gonna, you know what I'm saying? We ain't even gonna tease that. It's not. You ain't seen Jey Uso walk out there like Jey Uso. Oh my God! No, not yet.
Again,
and you know it. We ain't even gonna entertain. You know it's levels to this shit. Don't play.
me and Nate had to throw the little monkey, wrench the little thing.
I'm gonna ask you right now. Are you ready to do this for Jey Uso or Roman Reigns? It took you too long to respond. Took you too long to respond. Exactly, bro. So we ain't even gonna talk about it. H, what was you saying?
I think I'm gonna have to disagree with y'all. For me personally, like first hour into the show, I got Steph and then LA Knight coming out, and then the next match being Sheamus and Rusev. Something that
and again, and this is my example of the carousel, because again, it's like we're slowly getting the first gear. Yes, the pull part was fun, but like again, it's like
two brutes going at it. You know what I mean? Two big behemoths going at each other.
Which ends in a count out, which means we're gonna get them again.
Of course. They're gonna build on that for a little minute. They're gonna do that with like they did with Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. They're probably gonna draw it out like that. Same way they did with Kevin Owens and your boy. They're gonna draw it out for a second, bro. They're gonna draw it out. Him and Sammy. They're gonna, because that's just
like,
the
I'm gonna
format
be
they're in
honest.
right now.
You want to know some real shit? This ain't even me making none up. I wouldn't make this up. My wife, looked at me and said, "Yo, I'm glad we ain't go to Raw."
I can feel that. I can feel that. I can feel that.
Just off that match alone. I'm being so serious.
Okay, I can feel
Like that
I
might
can feel
float
that.
some other people's boats, but not in this household. Like
I
we
can
wasn't
respect
going for
that.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And was there any moments that you did like then? That you felt like, oh man, this is all right, this is good.
Roman coming back, always good to hear his music. But
Yeah,
what
for
they
sure.
used him for, I'm like, I'm not cool with that. Especially if it's gonna lead to a tag team with him and Punk. I don't really care about no tag team with him and Punk. All this
Sure.
like, you know what I'm saying? I need. How you gonna have the Paul Heyman guys without the first Paul Heyman guy up in there, Brock Lesnar? Like that shit is cute and all that, but
Yeah, true. But maybe again, you getting ahead of the storyline because you've seen so far. Maybe they are gonna do that down the line.
They may not even put Roman and Punk in a tag
You
team.
feel me? Yeah, they might not even do that. But I feel what you're saying by looking at it. It could seem like there will be some corny shit they do to just, to have it for 1 week. Okay, now 1 week we're gonna put you with this to get Roman back in the swing of wrestling and coming out on a regular. You know what I mean? To get him going back into
even to that point about Roman return, I was at a Garden this year when he came back at the end of the cage match with Seth and Punk. So him coming back tonight didn't make me feel like, oh, it's a Raw after SummerSlam. They use Roman for these type of moments when the show ain't really nothing moving. We need that, like you were saying, the moment, the engagements. They looking for the Brock Lesnar did 75 million views in 12 hours. They want them engaged. They want them replay values. Roman came back. But then when I'm looking at what actually happened, he went back without Jay. The last thing I seen was him and Jay beat them. Why wouldn't Jay be there?
And Amethyst is gonna love this little remark.
Yeah, I mean,
the only replay that's getting the views is him getting another pair of shoes jacked. By the shooter falla.
Yeah, the shooter falla. That's just crazy, bro. That's funny, bro. It's still, they got this nigga like he's a Debo, like he's stealing this nigga's shoes, bro. Hey, Robin be having some fresh joints on too, bro. He be trying to steal his shit. Now, give me them shoes.
Got some threes off of him. Got some ones off of him. What's next?
Yeah, that's fucked up. But I mean, I feel like
don't bring them Nigel Force around him. Those expensive.
he gonna do something, bro. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get his little shit back. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he gonna do his thing. But they can't keep holding Roman like that. They can't keep doing the tribal cheap like he ain't top dog.
I'm surprised you're not letting get 2 pairs off of you. You gotta choose this man now.
I think they're all just doing this. They're just doing this to build into war games, I feel like. You know what I mean? They're going to keep having them get beat down, keep showing them that numbers are always going to win until they have somebody that they can go, oh, shit.
Speaking of war games,
this.
How about we spice it up? Because if you really want to break it down, this group, the super group that may be forming around Roman, ain't the only faction that Seth kind of got funk with. He got the Samoans on the other show that he got beef with too. So what if we do 3 teams of war games? They all got smoke with each other anyways.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Could be it's definitely a lot of bodies, but I feel that it could work.
Yeah.
The idea of war games match is fire. Now when I actually see them shits, bro, it just takes too long for no reason to me. Like,
look, they're bound to get a good one off sooner or later, statistically, HD.
I feel like they best ones came through in NXT.
I'm using Flair math.
Man. But again, so like, drive home my point of this shit not feeling like a Raw after SummerSlam. We get Grayson Waller and Penta.
Don't tell me you were hating that backstage segment. For the love of God.
I mean, I ain't say nothing about the segment, but the match though. Like, it's like, damn.
You ain't rocking with Big G?
Nah, I mean, like, I don't know. This is some new stuff right here. Like,
New territory, uncharted territory, man.
We got Grayson Waller with the see-through nip shirt. Like, we
Yeah,
see his
it's
nip.
crazy, going crazy, dog.
Hey, him and Kofi got matching shirts. He's following. He's trying to dress like his mentors.
Felt that. I don't know, man. Like, shit ain't making
I'm
no
I'm
sense.
like I'm like where it's going so far. It's kept me entertained.
The best part of that whole segment is Penta wearing Xavier's head at the end. Getting his
Yeah.
Yoshimitsu on. That was the best thing right there.
Okay, put them on, dog.
Yeah, I felt like this shit didn't have the like. Again, I said this to you too on the when we was in the Discord. Like a PLE and the Monday Night Raws have a way different feel,
Mhm.
and that's like, you know what it feel like. It feel like, imagine you dating a girl or you see her for the first time, you bagged her. Shorty look fire because the makeup, but when she take that shit off, Shorty really hit though. She ain't it. Shorty dumb gobbo. That's what this is giving me vibe. Like, yeah, y'all know how to look good with the makeup on when the camera, but behind, yeah, this shit ugly. Like what? Like,
The
and
fact that you're comparing this to I went to bed at 2 to 10, woke up at 10 with the 2 is absolutely diabolical.
that's what it feel like. Listen, what they do on PLEs, they invite you out for a good night out. They don't do that on Mondays and Fridays. They tell you to show up, but they ain't telling you about to have a good night out.
So
Factual.
I'm gonna use some of the streets logic on you right now. Okay. So you're saying that you're expecting more out of a one night stand?
I mean, this is a whole relationship we getting into with them. They not asking, hold on, they asking you to be a return.
Okay, okay. But to the newer fan, you're saying once you hit, you fall up off the rip.
Nah, they asking you to hit and fall in love. Know the difference?
She said,
They
"Fall in
asking you
love."
to hit and fall in love, not to hit and dash.
I'll say this, bro. I felt like they should have brought out, Brock, or brought out, what I'm saying, Roman sooner, or, just kind of had, some shit that they would have addressed. I don't know. I just felt like it would have went different. You know what I mean? Like, we was talking about, thought it was gonna start off with CM Punk, and it
Right, like
didn't.
somebody challenging, giving a
Yeah.
definitive
But
challenge of
maybe
stuff.
maybe they're trying to, keep the momentum going. So they're like, instead of just going super, crazy or going super slow, we're gonna keep it kind of in the middle, but like upper middle. Like, you know what I mean? We're gonna keep it like steady, like Razor was saying, like the incline is like this, not like this, even though we would maybe want it to be like this. It's maybe like a little incline like this, so we're just kind of coasting, what I'm saying, going up.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, SmackDown might have that feel.
In my, because
Cena gonna be there.
eating off the, what I'm saying, continuing to kind of push and push, and each show pushing off the other one, like push you a little higher. This one push you a little higher, push that a little higher. You know what I mean? Till we get to the end of the month and we go out the country. Out the country they're gonna be cheering like crazy. The
So
show is
I,
gonna
I,
be
I want
insane.
I want to pose this question on the topic of at least the Cena stuff. With Brock back in the picture, assuming that this was one of Cena's requests, as we learned allegedly he did it 24 hours ago, could
Correct.
WWE possibly work a deal to where, hey, we'll give you Brock if you give us, say, 5 more dates? Could those talks have happened, maybe?
I don't think Cena want to lose no integrity with the fans, so
Yeah, factual. I don't think
they
so
would have
either.
probably announced that, like, on top of this, I think it would have been an immediate. But if they
Okay.
go, I always felt too though, like
Well, here's the thing, though. Like,
it's over.
he, Cena very briefly touched on the dates. All he's touched on is some basically right before New Year's Eve. So again, I noticed he's been speaking on that date more than how many dates he has left. So again, I'm not ruling it out. Essentially,
I mean, then we looked into it yesterday. He got a few scheduled PLE, so I don't think he gonna spend all these dates just worried about Brock. What I do think is that they could somehow milk out the Brock shit to be his last match,
hmm
and Cena take on other people in between. Like,
I can see them just milking that, but every PLE, Brock will come in, just sneak him one time or whatever until Cena gets his comeuppance or something.
Right.
That way, Brock has some fun. We get a nice little laugh, and again, we're watching essentially classic Cena. And last night's probably the best thing he's done all year.
Hmm.
Definitely his best match in quite a long time. But again, there's definitely a growth and optimism because we were definitely concerned about the UK tour with him. And folks, I do apologize for my voice. The shenanigans from last night's show definitely took its toll.
Hell yeah.
Not good, brother.
We had we had the female tag team champions come out, say their piece. I felt like I'm glad Charlotte got cleared. I mean, Charlotte
Alexa.
her cheers. And
Don't be an A word now.
that's the only part I didn't really enjoy. They went too PG for me. It was really heavy on the PG.
So we're expecting to do a son of a biscuit or a sugar honey iced tea.
I don't know, man. It's just
I thought it was clever on Charlotte's part.
it definitely was, but then I feel like hearing it more than once was like, yeah.
You know what this kind of remind me of to a degree? When Sami Zayn first started using the term "Usi." It's just so just left field, and your logic, you know I'm making a point. Because it's so outlandish that it just, if they keep doing this, it's going to be awesome t-shirts.
Nah, they kept
Instead of them saying "fuck you Solo," you're gonna hear "F word Solo, F word Solo."
shout out to Ali, man. Is it safe to step in here? Last episode, I heard something about Bob Howard.
I'm screaming. And Bob Holly, damn it.
Yeah.
Bob Holly. Hardcore Holly, aka Sparky.
They end up taking Judgment Day in the form of Raquel and Roxanne Perez. They end up picking up the victory. Now, I don't know where those girls go from here, because, to be honest, I don't want to see rematches between these two teams. It was refreshing to see Alexa Bliss and Charlotte on Raw tonight. I say that. I wouldn't mind seeing them on Raw, but different teams, please.
This is Charlotte's basically first Raw since the start of the pandemic.
And Alexa's first Raw in 2 years, I think I heard Michael Cole say.
Yeah, again, with Bliss, I knew it's been a while, but Charlotte, I didn't think it was that long. Jesus Christ. Even with her being hurt for over a year, like, I could have sworn she was just on Raw a couple years ago. Especially if it was before Rhea and Rousey.
Time definitely flies.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the better parts of the evening for me, like, just to see them out there, hear from them. It reminded me of how good SummerSlam was. So I was definitely happy to see Charlotte and Alexa. I don't know if they get a team name. I don't know if I want them to have a team name, but
Well, like I said, you have Trish and Lita as the besties. Call them the frenemies.
might
So
be
that could be the name. But to answer your question about Roxanne and Raquel, I don't think that they need to be doing anything. It's at least in the title picture for a while. There's no rhyme or reason. They're better suited in whatever chapter's next for the Judgment Day. Do they stay together? Do we see some type of disbandment down the road? Just focus on that.
yeah.
Because there was a time to where we thought Judgment Day had too many stores and couldn't keep up with anything. Now things are slowly simmering out. It's safe to say that if AJ and Dom isn't finished, it's definitely evolving. I don't know if he's going to have anything to do with him in Mexico. We'll get to that. But again, you can focus on whatever is going on with Finn, Dom, and everything down in Mexico right now. And then whenever Liv's ready, just get back on that. But until then, no, they're good.
Nah, yeah, they should be good on their own for sure. I just don't want to see them constantly chasing something they might not be getting right now. I'm good on that. Plus, the live is what that's where the money at anyway. So that's what we really waiting on.
Now, as far as teams for Bliss and Charlotte, it would be interesting when because they're going to get Kabuki Warriors at some point. One would assume that's going to be a fun match to watch. Or I have high expectations for that one. Definitely the latter.
The match that kind of took me by surprise tonight was Dragon Lee and Dom, which was the next match of the evening. Now the reason it took me by surprise is because I felt like Dragon Lee was out there looking to prove a point.
Yeah, he was doing his thing a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I didn't expect him going in picking up a victory or anything like that, but it was like, yeah, he came out to work. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So,
He was putting on the show. He was showing that he deserves to be in the conversation for sure.
Yeah.
so who's El Gran Americano number 4? Is this Finn?
I'm hearing this Pete Dunne, but
No, Pete's number 3. There was 3 of them out there today. We saw a new one today.
But I was taking because Gable won and then Ludwig too. So when you said third,
Ludwig,
I was saying
Yeah. But no, we got a 4th one today. HD, you called it. He has become the Conquistadors.
I just don't. I dislike how it took for him to get injured for us to get there. Like,
For it to get entertaining, I know it's fucked up.
yeah.
And by the time this resolves, and when he comes back, this may be meaningless.
But what's cool
I mean,
about it is that they created character. Whoever created the character can now be played by other people. So like going forward, if they don't, you know what I'm saying, somebody might not be cooking up. This might be a way to get something going, some TV time or some shit. So
Yeah, but
that shit now.
and those why I assume that this was Finn because the left hand was taped, and I think Finn got the piece right here.
Mm.
I'm a little annoyed that we're probably never gonna get Vikingo as El Grande Americano de Mexico, but I didn't think Louis was gonna be this good, so therefore it makes up for that in my book.
The only thing that I find bizarre about this whole stuff is that they're choosing to select superstars that are kind of well. If you're saying that's Finn, then we already know his body of work. Ludwig can have a body of work. Pete Dunne has been struggling to find himself, but I would think you might want to put newer superstars in this spot. Like I said, maybe get them.
I don't think he's starting to find himself. It's more so at one point in time, Triple H let him do what worked for him, and then somewhere down the road, when Vince had him as Butch, I don't know if he just lost trust in what their narrative is, or if they just gave up on him because he couldn't commit to Butch or whatever the case may be. But there's definitely a weird rift with Pete Dunne and WWE as of late.
Yeah, it's just like he don't got that promise, or it feel like that potential that once was there for him.
And the same could be probably said about Tyler Bate, but with Tyler Bate, he's prone to the injury bug quite a bit.
Yep.
And I think he's hurt now presently, if I'm not mistaken.
That injury bug is catching a lot of folks. I could also see why some of these shows might be booked the way that they are. And I know just last night I was saying we can't be critical, but I'm just looking at the fact that if this is supposed to be a Raw SummerSlam, I'm just saying this not the vibe. I'm not saying that it was a terribly bad show, but if we're comparing, like looking at a standard, if something has a standard, then yeah, this fell short of a standard for Raw after Mania, Raw after
Yeah,
whatever field. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, I can see what you're saying on that.
Yeah, like it was an entertaining show tonight. I watched the whole show. There were shows that used to put me to sleep when they really bad. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And this was a lot more livelier than other comeback shows.
Yeah, you got the energy. You in the right city. It's just like towards the end, I think the crowd caught that. You say it all the time, Razor. We're trained, and you say it too, Streets. We're trained to think a certain way. So once they know they've been there for a while, they waiting for that moment when it came
But
down.
at the same time, like I said, the New York Tri-State area was one of those territories that they're gonna keep it a buck with you. If it's trash, you gonna hear it loud and clear. You will not be able to avoid that.
Yeah, and they're a smart
So
crowd.
so
They know what's going on.
yeah, this could have went south real quick.
And we look at not to speed by too many things. We trying to just structure the show a little bit differently, Chess, so it's easier to digest. So, let's get y'all through. We got two more segments. We got the main event, but right before that, we had probably like y'all called probably the moment of the night. Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella, man.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. It got
That,
spicy real fast. Woo!
let them know, streets.
She said some stuff, man, that had the whole crowd going crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That little line that she said to her about John Cena.
You can't
You can't see him.
You can't see him. Hey, yo.
bro.
And about how y'all used to be, but she just ripped her. That was
Yeah.
dope. I don't know if that was like something that just happened while they was out there, or if they pre-rehearsed that. But that was nice. That was a good pop.
Well, the rule of thumb has always been if we're gonna get personal, at least put folks on game. Now, what's gonna crack me up with this is I can see Tiffany throwing a bitch fit about this.
Why?
How come they get personal, but I got in trouble when I brought up whose divorces?
Well, because her husband's also the champion. Like Tiffany, sorry. She's over here giving cheeks to the world heavyweight champion and stuff.
I'll keep it professional. They spoke about it.
I said this yesterday. I said, look, if they keep both of them with the belt, they definitely gonna play off that power couple. Like they got to. The first married couple who both of them is champion at the same time. That's got to be history. Well, they got to be doing shit.
They've done it before.
That's what I'm saying.
When Becky was the world champion and Seth was the world champion.
See,
it's just it didn't hit like that because their characters wasn't developed yet like this.
Mm-hmm. So now that they developed this a little bit more, like, we can go back and say this is a 2-time. You know what I'm saying? Go check the stats, baby. This is a 2-time thing. But I feel like this was a really good segment, man. I'm not gonna lie, woke everybody up. It was nice. It got everybody
Now, when I heard rumbling that this was going to be the program moving forward, I was genuinely curious as to how they were going to set it up. The fact that they went with the safe route, but again, there wasn't really many options in my book, but they brought up their history during the Divas Revolution when it was coming up. Definitely took a few more, their fair share of low blows, and we're not bashful about it, which was refreshing because usually WWE's usually pretty know about this type of stuff, even with the men. But again, two professionals.
Here's what I'm gonna have a different take on it. I feel like it was all the way professional. Why? Because Tiffany spoke on Charlotte's exes, but we only know one of them. We only know of Andrade. She spoke of 2 other people that probably that was a real hit. You feel me?
Yeah.
This was very it was on WWE. They was attacked you know what I'm saying? Her and John Cena. Now it could be
TV
a
show. They
were all
shit. Cena proposed to her at Mania.
Right.
In the middle of the ring.
Oh, right. You feel me? So I think it was very professional. Even the shot she took at her for getting her movie lines cut. I read it was like, I don't know, you can't believe everything you read, but for they were saying Nikki Bella tried to say too many lines that weren't her lines
Yeah,
or
she was
whatever.
ad libbing allegedly.
Yeah, but Becky played it off like, nah, I got you cut from the movie. Like she could have really do that. So I like how Becky kind of played that off too. You feel me?
But again, if Tiffany were to make a sting about that, she's straight up and say, "Hey, that's how it's done."
But now let me play devil's advocate, right? To your
Okay, go ahead.
point, if that is the case and she went off the cusp, why fans don't get on Becky Lynch, but they get on Charlotte for 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 cutting off of Tiffany Stratton during that interview that they had backstage and not letting her. You see how favoritisms and fickle shit work.
Well, again, the line that Future probably uses, "What's Charlotte's last name?"
It's true.
I mean,
Your Honor, I rest my case.
what's Randy Orton's last name? What's Cody's last name?
Exactly.
Niggas don't be on them like that.
Cody said Wildcat Little Dick Syndrome. What you mean?
Yeah,
I'm
man.
saying he get to say what he want out there. Like,
Yeah, I think that
Randy was the alleged or patient zero for the weed tax.
I don't know, man. I guess I don't know why they would play. Like they would be mad at Charlotte, for doing it.
but that he is
Maybe.
Well,
right though. That is the reason why. But that I'm just saying to them people that view it that way, like y'all thinking about all the wrong things. Like,
but my point is, at the end of the day, again, you're professionals. If stuff might be a little bit overboard, instead of going to producers, go to the person you're working with, see how if it works or not. Maybe they give you a better line, a deeper cut. Who knows?
and to that point, I like how Nikki Bella kept it very professional. She didn't get rattled by that moment, and she got what she had to say. She
I
had
was I was impressed with her mic prowess because
Yeah,
again, I don't recall her being a top tier, but being as inactive, respectfully,
and
still
still was
got
able
it.
to. Yeah, took some time off and still came back. And like you said, she wasn't as rattled or as shook.
yeah.
She kind of, she knew how to handle it alone and went right back
So
into it.
again, Nikki, I tip my hat to you.
And then the closing
But
moments of the night.
we got yes, 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 yes,
That was
yes.
definitely a nice little teaser. We got the closing moments of the night. Seth Rollins versus LA Knight. The match was dope. It had a few moments where I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking if somebody don't interfere in this match, it will be a good moment. I didn't really think they were gonna let LA Knight win, but I was like, this is a good moment to, if you want to take the title away from Seth,
Yeah,
let him continue to feud with Punk because obviously he just
that's
interfered in his
something. Yeah, yeah.
career. You know what I'm saying? Get the belt away from them guys. That carousel we just speaking of. But they had a good match. Punk,
For a minute, I thought they were gonna let him win clean for a second, so they went outside that last time.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather CM Punk not interfered and Seth Rollins had curb stomped him on the thing like that, and we just
Yeah, we
you
seen
know
where it went to.
yeah. But
That would have been cool.
that's just me. I could have went without the interference. Romans partaking in it was cool until he got beat up. So that's it for me, y'all. What's your last thoughts on the closing moments of the show right there?
I mean, I'm with you right there. I wish we could have got to see where that curb stomp would have taken us. Obviously, they're probably going to run something like that back. So, I mean, going forward, I think they try to end it with the bang to keep you talking and keep the energy high for SmackDown. So it does. It worked. It got me ready to see what they're going to do on SmackDown, and I think it was a good show in it. So that's all I got to say about that. I agree. I wish Roman wouldn't have got whooped, but maybe he'll get his get back next week. We'll keep watching and see what happens. Razor with your
So
show
this
notes.
so this weekend I may have been a little harsh on the camera crew. So I'll give them a compliment. The view for that spear. Oh my lord!
Yeah.
Because there was a quick second to where, as they're turning around, You see Braun Strowman come out, and you just see this black speck it's just there, and because he's lined up with the ramp, so you don't really see what's going on. So you do this habit, and then bam, spear.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yep.
It was nasty. Nasty.
It was like perfect. Like he just jumped out the screen almost. It was amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
Piggyback off what you said, Streets. I'm looking forward to SmackDown. They got Cena advertised for the SmackDown in Quebec.
Montreal,
Brock Lesnar's from Canada too now, so
Oh yeah.
Saskatchewan.
yeah. So
Yeah, it's gonna be cool, man.
off the
I'm
hip
excited.
community, thank you so much. We appreciate y'all. My brother Razor, my brother Streets. It's your boy HD. We gonna catch y'all on Friday. Yeah, just stay locked in with us on the social media. Y'all see it right there on the screen, y'all. Come on.
What?
Hold on, wait. I think they lost the script. We got some shooters.
Yeah.
It's off the hip. Yeah. Oh, chilling at the head of the table where the boss is sitting, stunning everything in sight, whether it's in the bloodline or corporate. Walk me out there, ain't a big smile, or handcuffed by officers. Hold on, wait. I think they lost the script. We got some shooters. Pow. It's off the hip. Yeah. Chilling at